What's up, family? I'm no chef, but I be cooking. If you're new here, my name is Brandon, and I'm a plant-based foodie. Today, we're going to be making homemade vegan pizza with homemade vegan pepperoni. I'm super excited. I'm going to walk y'all through exactly how I make it, but before we get into that, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can get all my content as soon as it drops. Let's get into it. To a small bowl, add 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of coconut sugar, and 3/4 teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper. Mix all your spices together. Then we're going to set this aside for when we need it. To a large mixing bowl, add 1 cup of vital wheat gluten. Then we're going to add in our spices that we just mixed together. Then just whisk those up until fully combined. Then to another bowl, add 1/2 cup of veggie stock, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of vegan Worcestershire, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Then we whisk that up until fully combined. Combine our wet mix with our dry mix, and we're going to use a silicone spatula to mix this up until it forms into a dough. And once it gets too tough to stir, we're going to get in there with our hands to knead it for a couple minutes. This is not an extended process. It only takes 1 or 2 minutes to knead it. And once we get a fully formed dough, we're going to cut this in half, 2 equal parts. And we're going to roll these in the shape of a sausage. Then we're going to roll it up in some parchment paper, each of these separately. Making sure to twist the sides once it's fully rolled up. And then we just roll it up the same way inside of some aluminum foil. Making sure to twist the ends of the aluminum foil as well. And this is what's going to give us our uniform sausage shape for us to cut into pepperoni slices. Add about 1 inch of water into a skillet. Bring to a boil, reduce to simmer. Add in your steam basket, and you're going to steam your sausages or your pepperonis for about 45 minutes. Once they're done, remove them from the steaming basket, and we're going to let them cool for about 5 to 10 minutes before unwrapping them. They're nice and cool now, so we're going to unwrap them, and let me show you how these bad boys turned out. Yes, sir. I would like them to be more red. Maybe I'll add more like tomato paste next time so they can have more of the pepperoni color, but they turned out really well. I'm going to put them in a container and let them cool in the fridge for about an hour before slicing. Helps them firm up more. The hour is up. Now we're about to slice into these bad boys. I'm using my mandolin for this and making sure to be careful because y'all know I cut myself last time. And you can cut your pepperonis as thick or as thin as you like, but this is how I cut mine right here. I'll set those to the side. We're gonna start on our pizza dough. To a large mixing bowl, add 2.5 cups of flour. I'm using 00 pizza flour, but you can use all-purpose, whole wheat. Either or will work. Then add in 2 teaspoons of coconut sugar, a packet of instant yeast, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. And we just whisk that until fully combined. Make a well in the center of your flour. And we're gonna pour in 1 cup of warm water, lukewarm water. I meant to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil right here with the water, but I forgot, and the dough actually still turned out pretty good. So if you want to omit the oil, you can. Then you're just gonna use a silicone silicone spatula. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You're gonna fold the dough until it becomes a shaggy, sticky dough. Once it gets too tough to use the spatula, we're gonna get in there with our hands, but first we're gonna lightly flour a clean surface with flour. I have a 1/3 cup of flour right here because we're going to be adding a little bit at a time while we knead this dough when it gets too sticky. As you can see, it's really sticky at the moment. We're just going to knead this for about 8 to 5 minutes, periodically adding more flour when our dough is hard to manage. I know some people like to use standing mixers, but kneading dough is very therapeutic to me, so I don't mind at all, even if I have to do it for 10 minutes. Once it starts to look like this, very smooth and elastic, that's when you know you're ready. We're going to form this into a ball. And take our same bowl and lightly grease it with some olive oil. Add a little olive oil to the dough and rub it in on both sides. Place it in a bowl and cover it with saran wrap or a kitchen towel for about 1 hour to rise. Preheat the oven to 500 degrees. Grab you any pan you can find and add a little bit of hot water into it. Not a little bit, a good enough amount so it don't evaporate. Add it to an oven and let that steam build up for about 15 minutes. While that's happening, our dough is done. Punch out the air. Add it to a clean surface, and we're going to divide this into 2 equal pieces. Roll those 2 pieces into balls. And these should make about 10-inch pizzas. So like a personal pizza. Or you can leave the balls together and make a bigger pizza. Now we just work our dough out into a 10-inch circle. You can use a rolling pin, but I didn't feel like dirtying any more dishes, so I'm just gonna use my hands to spread this out. Roll over the edges to make the crust. Take some cornmeal, add it to your parchment paper where you'll be setting your pizza dough. Add your dough. Now we're about to assemble our pizza. Add your favorite pizza sauce. I like this Rouse brand. It's delicious. You don't even have to add anything to it. It's good by itself. We're gonna add some Daya mozzarella cheese. This is made with oat cream and it melts very well. So I like to use it. Gonna add some of our vegan pepperonis, as many as you like. Some red onions. Some red bell peppers. And some green bell peppers. Now we're gonna bake this in the oven at 500 degrees for about 8 to 12 minutes, depending on how you like your pizza. And when it's done, it should come out looking like this. Yeah, that's a good looking personal pizza. And I made two, just one for now, one for later. We're gonna hit the crust with some vegan garlic butter. Just some melted butter, some garlic powder or some minced garlic, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. Cut our pizza into slices. And boom, we did it, y'all. So our homemade vegan pizza with our homemade vegan pepperonis is done. It smells amazing. Only thing left to do is to taste it. What slice do I want to bite into? I'm gonna get this one with the pepperoni on the edge. Now, off the rip, I can already tell that this is a really soft dough. I can see some air pockets in there. I can already tell that this dough is gonna be amazing. I've made vegan pizzas before and the dough has always been a little dense. I can tell I got the dough right, but enough talk, let's taste it. This is a solid 9 out of 10. The dough is impeccable. Crispy exterior, soft interior. And the pepperonis are really good. I didn't expect the pepperonis to be good. I was a pepperoni lover before going vegan, but these are pretty good. And it actually has the flavor of a pepperoni. Not quite the same, but hey, we gotta have our alternatives. Yeah, that's amazing. I'll definitely make this again. Don't take my word for it. Try this recipe out for yourself. Let me know in the comments how it turns out. Also, let me know any video or recipe suggestions you have in the comments as well. I love y'all. Thank you for watching.